What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA, and you see the title there, and it's just absolutely crazy what's going on with this Hogwarts Legacy game. Hogwarts Legacy transphobia controversy fuels Reddit drama. The subreddit r gaming circle jerk called out the upcoming game and Harry Potter creator JK Rowling's turf views. All right, so what's going on with this thing? It's pretty simple. JK Rowling has made some statements people don't like, okay? And now there's a game coming out based in the Harry Potter universe, and now people are trying to boycott the game. They're saying if you buy the game, that means you're complicit to JK Rowling's views. I mean, it's just kind of weird how people can connect those kind of dots. No, you're not complicit in someone's views just because you make a purchase of an item, all right? I mean, that's what they're saying, basically. And it's crazy because there's a lot of people that love the franchise and would love to play this game, but they're either not going to buy the game at all, or they're going to feel guilty about buying it because the author made some comments that they don't like. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So they call her a TERF, which is a trans exclusionary radical feminist. I believe that's the term. Basically saying that she doesn't like trans people. And we've seen some of these same cats, like, you know, denigrating this woman because of comments that she's made, and even canceling people that sided with her. You guys remember the video I did after Robbie Coltrane passed away, the actor who played Hagrid. He passed away, and I mean, people were absolutely just dancing on his grave because he supported her having her views, her freedom of speech, okay? Saying, yeah, she's really not the person people think she is. She's not this horrible human being that everybody's trying to make her out to be, all right? And I mean, people were just absolutely pissing on this man's grave, okay? I'll link the video up above if you haven't seen that. But I mean, that was just one of the most disgusting things that happened this year. But the funny thing is, this lady's, like, phobe status has been constantly debunked. Like, plenty of times. Look, here's another article. This is on the Scotsman. JK Rowling transphobic, how I went from spreading this false narrative to seeing right through it, EJ Rosetta. Okay, and that's the person who's writing this thing. She said, once upon a crime, I believed strongly and emphatically that JK Rowling was transphobic. Now, I'm not going to read through this particular article. I'll leave it in the description. You can go ahead and read it for yourself. But yeah, she basically went out and said, yeah, I thought this lady was this way. And, you know, then I actually started doing some research and not just listening to the mob. And then I realized, oh shit, I'm wrong. You know, she's not a transphobic person at all, you know? So yeah, you know, people just gets caught up in the hoopla, and they don't actually sit down and use their brains and listen. They just kind of get into this feedback loop, and then next thing you know, JK Rowling's she's like some kind of giant monster, right? All right, and then, oh, the game has to fail. We have to make sure this game fails, okay? And the game's not gonna fail. Everybody kind of knows the game's not gonna fail. Like, they were already upset, like, after the boycott threats, that the collector's edition sold out, like, in matter of minutes, man. I mean, it sold out fast. I couldn't even get one. I was like, dang, I was gonna get a collector's edition. But this thing sold out quick. And again, that just goes to show that nobody's listening to this nonsense. All the boycott threats are just falling on deaf ears because nobody's fooled. Okay, people know what's going on. And what's weird is that, you know, these cats like latched on to JK Rowling hard, man. I don't understand why. You know, if her words offend you, you know, just block her off of Twitter and move on. You know, that's what I would do. But anyway, let's go ahead and check out this particular article. So the Harry Potter books and the universe they spawned are beloved by millions. It's so unfortunate then that the franchise's creator, author JK Rowling, has repeatedly proven herself to be the worst kind of anti-transgender bigot. Again, go check out that article down in the description. Goes through it all. That bigotry is in the spotlight once again as the big ticket Harry Potter game Hogwarts Legacy is due soon. It's also likely why the popular left-leaning subreddit gaming circle jerk basically exploded into anti-Hogwarts Legacy sentiment. So as the game suggests, our gaming circle jerk is a circle jerk subreddit meant to be tongue-in-cheek riff on gaming. Most posts are jokes, but the occasional unjerked posts are sincere, as was the case last Wednesday when moderator Grizzly Peak 72 posted a photo of Rowling and the game's cover along with the text, a friendly reminder from your mod team that this woman is a TERF. And anyone who pledges to support her monetarily is also a transphobe. All right, time out. That level of thinking is very, very dangerous, okay? It's very dangerous, all right? It gets people in a lot of hot water, and it gets people in trouble. It really shows like the leaps of logic that people try to jump to make people into enemies and bad guys and villains, okay? Like, I remember my son asking me this question one time. He was chatting online, I want to say, you know, just kind of in a general thing. My son is very inquisitive. He asks a lot of questions. He wants to know and he wants to understand. And he's in this conversation with this trans person. This trans person made the comment that, you know, well, if you, my son, wouldn't date a trans woman, you know, a man that has now transitioned into a woman, if he wouldn't date this trans woman, then he's transphobic. And my son asked me, hey, Dad, does that make me transphobic? And I said, hell no, it doesn't make you transphobic. And it's that line of thinking that kind of pisses me off, because it's like, you guys are messing with people's minds. Like, my son, like I said, he's an inquisitive kid. He wants to talk to everybody. He wants to understand people. He wants to know how the world around him works, okay? And already you got people spitting this kind of nonsense into his head. And it's like, nah, I'm glad my son comes and talks to Dad and asks these questions. Hey, Dad, what do you think about this? And I'm like, hey, let's have a seat, son. Let's get this straight right now. You ain't transphobic at all, bruh. You just, again, your preference is natural women, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? That's how I explained it to him. For that person, whoever that was that said that, man, you're a jerk, okay? And it's this kind of nonsense that really, like, again, it really starts to stir the pot, and it makes problems bigger than what they should be. You know, TERF, as I said, is the abbreviation for trans exclusionary radical feminists, which refers to self-identified feminists who, when you get down to it, more or less oppose trans people's right to exist in society. I don't think that's true at all, okay? I don't think that's true at all. I'm not saying that I know everything about, you know, these particular types of individuals, but based on what I've read about this, it's more or less they're just like feminists. They just care more about women's rights than anything else, okay? That's just how they are, all right? It's not saying, well, you don't have the right to exist in society. Again, that's the hyperbole that usually ends up getting folks in trouble and causing all kinds of issues, okay? Instead of just people just saying, well, all right, let's look at what they're actually saying. JK Rowling's history of transphobic comments can be easily researched online, so I won't repeat them here. Again, description, go ahead, read up on it, okay? This lady that was completely saying the same kind of nonsense, completely different story now. Suffice it to say, it's not a stretch to describe her as a TERF. A discussion on the post and the wider mentality underlying it spread through Reddit and across social media. Some voices protested, claiming that supporting Hogwarts Legacy didn't mean supporting Rowling's beliefs. True. Others said it does. In fact, as buying the game supports the bigoted author monetarily. Well, like, honestly, she's probably already been paid. I mean, I'll just be honest with you. She's probably already made whatever money that she's going to make off of this. She's already gotten it, okay? Like, she doesn't get paid off of every sale. I mean, that's just kind of ridiculous. You know, that's not the way these things work. Some comments brought up the questionable parts of the Potter canon itself, and yet others somehow seem to still believe Rowling isn't a TERF at all, despite her openly repeating TERF ideology. So then you got the tweets of people saying people need to stop behaving like buying Hogwarts Legacy and being anti-trans rights are synonymous with each other. I just want to relive my beloved childhood memories, and not everything has to be a huge political or moral statement. That's also very true, okay? Like, even if you believe that JK Rowling is anti-trans, all right, you can still go out and buy this game and not feel like you're supporting anti-trans people. Again, Hogwarts Legacy is a video game made by people that love Harry Potter for people that love Harry Potter. I don't see the problem here, all right? Again, JK Rowling has already been compensated. So even if you, down in the depth of your soul, believe that, yes, she's a TERF, okay, that doesn't mean that supporting Hogwarts Legacy or purchasing Hogwarts Legacy and enjoying Hogwarts Legacy is somehow saying that, yeah, I believe in all of the nonsense that goes around transphobia. That, it doesn't mean that at all. And this person said, sigh, yes, I canceled my Hogwarts Legacy purchase. Got too caught up in the hype, then Rowling reminded me again why I just need to close the book on Harry Potter for good, because she put Mary TERF. I'm sorry, man. At this point, she's trolling. If you don't know this lady is trolling, she has become a world-class troll on the internet, okay? Because she's already explained herself. Again, I'm not going to go into it, but she's explained herself a million times, and people just don't want to listen to it. Okay, so she said, fine, I'm just going to lean into the villainy. Okay, I'm just a troll now. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, you know? But ultimately, this well-trod ground as grief over Rowling's worldview stretches back to the original books themselves. There's long been criticism of the serial stereotypical portrayals of non-white characters when they exist at all, and messy allegories for racial and social injustice, and it's arguably racist and anti-Semitic depictions of house elves and goblins. And there's always been a lot of nonsense surrounding that kind of stuff when it comes to Harry Potter and JK Rowling, okay? People just trying to dump whatever their personal problems are and make them and somehow kind of insert them into Harry Potter, okay? When Harry Potter's just a book. All right, a kid's book about a coming of age story and, you know, magical schools and stuff like that. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous, but this stuff isn't new, like I said, for Harry Potter. Anyway, folks, what do you think about this situation, this whole controversy around it? I can't wait to get the game. I'm excited. I'm probably going to stream that, play it a whole lot, stream it a whole lot. I'm looking forward to getting that game. But anyway, go ahead, give me your thoughts and your opinions down in the comments below. And thanks for watching. See you next time.